at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive. We welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Roethlisberger's Steelers going up against Rivers' Chargers.
Larry, thank you very much. The last time the L.A. Chargers played a home game was December 18th, 1960. But they've got one here as we welcome you to the StubHub Center in Carson. I'll tell you, you wouldn't think 30,000 people could make this noise. That's half the size of a normal NFL stadium. But this is no normal crowd. They are ready to go as their Chargers get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Squeeze, double.
Block 11!
13, fellas, 13. Watch.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Fresh set of downs here.
Over!
Check safety.
Ready, round 80.
Rivers now to throw on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Hey!
Check.
Hey!
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Is that white 9?
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well, but I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. Going deep here for Allen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
We got 4.
Yo, Rocket. Set. 380.
198.
Hey,
198.
Alpha.
98
Gun. Hey. Set. 390. Let's go.
on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
On 4th down, they snap it to Rivers. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Bud Dupree coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Check the backer. Check the backer. Blitz. They coming.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
See me? They can't stop me out here.
Set. 180.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Double.
Kill.
Set.
Turn
Black
up.
80.
Kill.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Hurry up. Let's go.
Check.
Set.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. James has it, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 70 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And now out come the Steelers. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Jack 16. Set. White 80.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Check 37, check 37.
Get him bounce, get him bounce.
No. Off.
All right, here we go. Nice.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Out left side here to Bryant. A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Blue 30.
Hey. 4 down.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Watch the run.
Set. White 80.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Set. Black 80.
Hey, check.
King.
Mike 50.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You got him.
Set.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Antonio Brown, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
First down, Rivers out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Alpha!
To throw, Rivers. Caught by Allen. And And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. CD, speaking of Keenan Allen, first player in NFL history with 10 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown in 3 consecutive games. He did it again last week against Cleveland.
I love how hard he plays each and every snap. You know, he actually just kind of runs defenses into submission because he runs with such confidence, such toughness. I think it puts doubt in the minds of...
There goes Melvin Gordon. 20. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, 55 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession.
Hurry up. Hey, alert.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. It's caught by Bryant. Still shedding tackles. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, 52 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The play clock's running down. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Now the first carry for Brandon Oliver. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Rivers now from the 50. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Throw left side complete. That's Bell. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Set! Blue 30.
Here we go.
Focus.
Take the edge.
No spacing.
Watch out.
Roethlisberger looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. Second down now after the pass completion.
Go.
Nice hit, boy.
Double.
Mike 50.
Let's go now.
In your face.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. James has got it, complete. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being a...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's got room. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Okay, set, green. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to try and throw. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Is that 180? 380?
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Now Gordon on 1st down. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Throwing, Rivers. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw is Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On 4th down, they snap it to Rivers. Now this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Set! Black 20!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
All day, baby.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. His throw caught right around the 6. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6.
Right. Side right here. Side on the right. Side on the right.
Set! 180!
Now Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Kings. Easy. Hurry up, let's go.
They'll try again with Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
5 down. Stand up.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line?
Check 84.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal?
Now, this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Rivers now. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
Get him, boys. Yeah. That's how we do, D.
Now Rivers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Let's go. 4.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. Throwing Rivers. And that is incomplete here. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit. Lucky.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
We got double tight.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Being chased out left. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Roethlisberger will throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's it, baby.
180. Hey, alert.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All right, now. 180.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown.
Nice move.
Extra point now by Boswell. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Check.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for L.A. 56 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden, with it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They're going to run this with a tight end. He's got room to run past the 20. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they...